Hello friends, so this is the part 2 of Geography chapter 1 Environment. In part 1 we have covered the half chapter, remaining half chapter we will cover in this part 2. So first of all we will recall what we have already discussed in part 1, like the environment. We discussed the meaning of the term environment. Then we discussed about how do human beings modify the environment, and we also discussed different examples how do human beings modify the environment. Then we discussed about the components of the environment, like the natural and the human made and the human component. We have already discussed in detail in the part 1. Then we discussed about the biotic and the abiotic component, and then we discussed about major domains. So we discussed only the name of the major domains, but in this chapter we will discuss more or in detail about the major domains of the major domains of the natural environment. Like we discussed, there are various domains like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. So these are the four major domains of the environment, and we will discuss in detail about each one. Like first one is lithosphere. Plus, like you can see in the background picture, so this is the picture showing grass, trees. So it means the land surface. The land surface where the trees are grown. Plus, now the lithosphere basically it is a solid part of the earth where we live. It is called a lithosphere. The solid crust. The solid crust is the lithosphere, and as when it is solid, so it is made up of rocks and minerals. So it is a lithosphere, it is a solid crust or hard top layer of the earth, and it is made up of rocks and minerals and covered with thin layer of soil. Like you can see in this image, in this picture, ki the grasses or the trees is there and the trees are there. So that's why it means they are possible, this vegetation is possible only because of the availability of soil. The soil supports the growth of vegetation. So it consists of minerals, the lithosphere consists of minerals, rocks and soil. So the hard top layer or the solid crust is a part of lithosphere. And the importance of the lithosphere, or what are the various structures we have discussed. Then it is also irregular surface with various landforms such as mountain, plains, plateau, valleys, etc. Plus, so wherever you go on the earth surface, it is a part of lithosphere. It may be in the form of continents, it may be in the form of ocean floors. It is all are the part of lithosphere. It is a solid part. It may be mountains, it may be a plateau, it may be a plain, it may be a coast, it may be an island, it may be a valleys. All are the examples of lithosphere. So lithosphere, and if we talk about the importance, so this is the domain. Lithosphere, it is a domain that provides forest, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture, human settlement. It is also source of mineral wealth. So these are some important examples of the importance of the lithosphere. Now, lithosphere, it is the domain that provides or that fulfills our basic needs. Like we need land to live. So land to live, and so that's why land is provided by lithosphere. And then that land is not only for living, it is also for various use. It is also used for various purposes, like for agriculture. Like you can see in the background image once again, so the grasses, the trees are grown. The trees are also grown on the lithosphere. So it provides land for agriculture, it provides land for building roads, railways, it provides land for forest. It is also a source of mineral wealth. Whatever the minerals we extract from earth surface, like copper, gold, diamond, coal, all these things are also extracted from the lithosphere. Now, so this is all about lithosphere. Next is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, as you can as the name suggests, ki hydro means water. So the domain that is related with water, it is source of it is a hydrosphere. It is a source of water. Like the domain of water is referred to as hydrosphere. Of all the water bodies, ठीक है, like rivers, lakes, oceans, ponds, seas, ठीक है, whatever, ठीक है, all are part of hydrosphere. So it includes all the sources of water, different types of water bodies, rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, all the part of hydrosphere. And if we take the advantage or the importance of this, so it is very important for us because it provides water that is very very important for our survival on this planet Earth, and life is only possible on this planet Earth because of the water, and that's why the Earth is called a blue planet. So all the living organism, whether plant, whether animals, whether human being, all the living organisms require water for their survival. Now next is atmosphere. So atmosphere, it is related to gases, the gases portion of the environment. So it is called atmosphere. So it is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. It is surrounded by earth, and it always remain to the earth's surface because of the gravitational force of the earth, and that gravitational force binds the earth near the earth's surface, and that's why we know as we go high in the air, the density of the air decreases. And the whenever we climb over the mountains, so we need to carry oxygen cylinders because it is very like the mountains, the height is very high. So because of that, the density of the air decreases as we go up in the air, and we need to carry oxygen cylinders. And it is very important for us, like it protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. It also provides us with very important gases like oxygen. Okay, that is very very important for our survival. And it also consists of number of gases, dust particles, and water vapors. It is the structure. Is a structure of atmosphere includes all the gases, all the dust particles, and the water vapors. All these together form atmosphere. And now last one is the biosphere. Biosphere, where all the other three domains like lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere, they combine, they join together and support life. Because each domain is essential for our survival, but life is possible where all these three domains join together to support life. That domain is called biosphere, and it is a very narrow zone. It's a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life. Because only land is not enough, only water is not enough, only air is not enough. We need all three together to live a life. And that's why the place where all the three are available, that three portions are called, the portion where all the three are available, that portion of the land is called biosphere. And class, it is very important because the life is possible, and where all the three domains are available. If any area where only one is available, the life may not be possible there. Okay, now next is ecosystem. So sometimes most of the students are confused between biosphere and ecosystem. So now I am repeating once again. So biosphere means it's a narrow zone where the land, air and water interact with each other and support life. So it means this is the zone where all the domains are interacting with each other and supporting life. Now because of the interaction of all the domains, the life is possible, but ecosystem is one step above the biosphere. Now the life is already introduced, but here in ecosystem, all the living organisms, they interact with each other and with the environment for the transfer of energy. Like it is a system formed by interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live. A plus, it means ecosystem, basically it is this system may be different for different areas. Like maybe it may be different ecosystem, there may be a different ecosystem for desert, for mountain, for lake, for ponds, for oceans, for seas, whatever, for forest, whatever. So there may be a different ecosystem for different areas. So now in ecosystem what happened? Okay, all the living organisms, there may be plant or animals or maybe human being, all are interdependent on each other. Why they are interdependent? Like in the forest, you can see in the forest ecosystem there are plants, there are animals, and animals may be two kind, like herbivorous, carnivorous. So plant, they produce their food with the help of environment, like sunlight, like the carbon dioxide. Like you in science class you discussed about photosynthesis. So class, the plant interact with the environment to make their food, and they get their energy from the environment. Now herbivorous animals, they eat plants, then carnivorous animals eat herbivorous animals. So all are interdependent on each other for the transfer of energy for their survival. And this food chain is formed, and this is also a part of ecosystem. So ecosystem, it is the interaction of all living organism with each other. Okay, like animals also provide carbon dioxides to them, that is used by the plants. Plants provide oxygen that is used by animals or human being also. So all are interrelating, all are interdepending and interrelating in the environment, and they are fulfilling the needs of each other. So this is called ecosystem. Okay, so now the next topic in this chapter is human environment. Now human environment, as we already discussed in the first part, ki all the things that are available in the human surrounding are the part of human environment. Up class, in this case, human environment include maybe the items, maybe the products given by nature, or maybe the products made by human being. But human being make the product by using the natural things, natural products given by nature. Like you can see again the trees in the background picture. So that these trees provide us wood, and wood is used to make different furniture products, like furniture in the like beds, chair, doors, windows, etc. So human beings are modifying the environment. So since the evolution of human being on this planet earth till now, human being continuously modifying the environment. So we can see since the beginning some important examples we can take, like human being interact and modify the environment, as we have already discussed. So early human being, so we started from early human being, they adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. It means whatever it was present in their natural surrounding, they dependent on them. They used to collect fruits, roots and other parts of the trees. They used to hunt animals. It means they were fulfilling their needs by directly using the things available in the nature. Next, what happened? What the change occurred? They learned to grow crops, domesticate animals, and led a settled life. So early human being, they were hunter and gatherers. They used to move from one place to another. But as they started growing crops, and we know कि to grow crops it takes around 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So it depends on different crops, and different crops takes different time periods, and for that purpose they had to stay at that particular place to take care of their crops, and because of that they started living a settled life. And when they started living a settled life, they also started domesticating of animals. They also started domesticating animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, etc. And they also started fulfilling various needs like milk or the milk products or the meat, whatever. So next, the wheel was invented. Next development, next modification, कि wheel was invented, barter system was emerged, trade started. So wheel was invented, and wheel led to the development in the transportation. And as we discussed, the crop was grown, and in domesticating of animals. So during that time, the villages were also developed, and people started exchanging their goods, exchanging their products with each other, and that system was called barter system. It means the goods were exchanged without the use of money. But soon after, money was also introduced, as in the case of different kingdoms you have seen already in your class 6th. And then trade was also started, and the trader started moving from one place to another to sell their products. Then further development, the industrial system. The industrial revolution enabled large scale production. Large scale production, it means in the industries, first, before the industries, the products were produced by hands. So there was not large scale production. But now in the industrial revolution, we started using machines, and machines made the production of the goods very faster, and it led to large scale production. Or transportation became faster. Machines were also used in the transportation, and like steam engine was introduced. Then because of steam engine, the railways were developed, and railways soon after, faster and faster means of transportation developed. Today we have the fastest means of transportation as we compared in the past, like the aeroplanes. Okay. So different fastest railways, roadways also are there, like cars, buses. Okay, fastest bullet trains. So these are faster means of transportation. Now, and the last one, the important development, it is the development in the means of communication. That's why it is called information revolution. It made the communication easier and speedy across the world. Like today, the whole world has become a global village. It means we can irrespective of the physical barriers, we can communicate any part of the world within a second, within a minute. Like we can send messages, email to any part in the world, to any country, to any person in the world. So because with the help of latest means of communication, through mobile phones, through internet, through televisions, up class. So these are the number of examples you can take from the whole world become a global village. And global village means like each person in the world is connected with each other. Like in the village, the villagers, they know each other, they can communicate with each other. So in the world also, we can communicate with each other irrespective of our physical barriers, physical borders, or irrespective of our long distance, whether we are in Chennai, or whether we are in Delhi, or whether in London and America, or North America, South America, wherever we are. But we can communicate as we are sitting close to each other. So this is all about the part 2 of your chapter first, geography environment.